All right. Hey, Steve back here in the garage. Been working on this uh, SL500 for a few weeks now, and just wanted to give you a little update on where we stand with some things. So I'll take you through it. Like I said in the first video, it's a solid car, but it is not perfect. It has some things that need to be straightened out. So I'm just sort of going through the car, seeing what needs some attention, and giving it the attention it needs, bringing it back to life. We'll switch this around. All right, there is this car. Of course, the top is off now, but the hood's open because I'm working in there. Trunk's open because I'm working in there. But let's go through this thing. And I am presently going through the wiring for the stereo. But we had a bunch of lights on the dash, traction control, anti-lock brakes. This has rollover protection. This roll bar goes up and down. You can move it with the switch there. But if it senses a rollover, it'll pop up instantaneously to keep you hopefully from getting decapitated. It senses if the car is going to roll over. So got that off, got those lights. That was really a fuse that was out down in this fuse panel here. And so that was a big answer, getting those lights off. The top has 11 hydraulic cylinders. There's cylinders up here. There's cylinders down here. This whole thing, and I'll show you at some point. But it's quite a little dance that the car does to get the roof up and down. But that can be very problematic. It's hydraulic cylinders, 11 of them. They do begin to leak. I thought this one was broke and all the cylinders needed to be replaced. And it's working flawlessly, no leaks. So that was a huge thought. I thought I had to take care of that, and I don't. Well, let's come on over the engine. The engine really runs smooth. It's quite clean, but it's had a little bit of neglect. And let me just go over a couple things here. Some of you guys that are motorheads and techies might get this, some might not. This is an idle air control valve. When you're not touching the gas, the engine needs a certain amount of air and fuel just to let it idle. Well, this controls that to let it go up and down depending on temperature, atmospheric conditions, all that type of thing. So it needs more or less air. And I've never seen this before, but in this idle control, they have these auxiliary tubes. Most of this is just done inside the intake, which is what this aluminum part is here. This is really an old style fuel injection unit. They don't look anything like this anymore. But it takes your injector and then it has an auxiliary feed for air here. Well, these are known to crack, and you'll see there's goop all over them. The plastics get dried out, they get brittle. That orange over there is from the previous customer, and there's a whole bunch of vacuum lines in here too, and those all get brittle. So I had a couple of lines that I didn't even know where it went, like this one back here that goes into the breather tube, valve case breather tube. That is over here. And vents off the fuel pressure regulator. And that line was just gone. I had no idea. Some helpful helpful forums helped me figure that out. So, but these really need just to be repaired. So I found a place to source these and got them ordered, getting them on the way. But these are all cracked, and so it's drawing outside air into the system, which, first of all, it's not filtered air, so you can be sucking garbage into your motor. But then it just throws the system off if you got air leaks. So that is the big thing for the motor. Well, I don't know why. There's 3 different thermostat right in here. So 1, 2, 3. Why they need 3 different? Really, it's a thermometer to let the car know, let the brain know how hot the motor is. Why you need 3 of them, but I guess each one carries a different system. Most cars would have 1, and all the systems would compute off that one. But this has 3, And so I didn't have, when I was out driving it originally, the temperature gauge on the dash was not moving, which gave me a little concern. You want to know how warm your motor is. So that got solved with that fuse issue. So so that is working again. This is just one beautiful car. It's just classic lines. There's things like this, some clips that are broken, and so that needs to be fixed up and retained, put back in. Stereo is old. Picked up a Bluetooth stereo, so be able to listen to jams, be able to do call or hands-free calling, that type of thing. So that's where the project I'm in right now is just getting that wiring sorted out. So that is a mess right there. Back here, it's weird. In cars that were sold in Europe, this was actually a back seat, but it was a seat with absolutely no legroom, as you can see. I don't know if that was a seat where your legs would go, and that was the reason they're like, let's just get rid of this. And I think for insurance purposes and different things, who knows. But anyway, the previous owner put big holes, and these are supposed to be storage compartments, but put huge holes where the storage compartment was for subs. So some people, people that really love this car are probably, be hacked off if they see that. I guess for me, they're already there, and I like bass, so we will be getting some subs in there. If the hole's already there, you might as well fill them with something, right? And this thing came with a battery that was 5 years old. These cars are notorious for just killing batteries. Anytime you park the car for over a week, you want to disconnect the battery because there's just draw, and that's just the way the car is. So that battery made it 5 years, and I couldn't get it to charge up. It would start the car, you'd have the door open for 2-3 minutes, and then the car wouldn't want to start again. So we got a new battery in there, advanced glass mat. If it's going to be drawing power, you want the best battery out there. The advanced glass mat, they last. They hold those deep cycle drains and recharges better. And so that is a Napa Legend, one of the better ones out there you can get. So it's sort of a skinny long battery, and it sits here in the back, puts some weight on the back tires, and that thing is heavy, let me tell you. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up there for today's little go over, but working through some of the things, and actually I'm gonna get that wiring out of the way and take this thing for a little ride with me and stuff here just in a little bit. It gives me some joy to take an old car like this and refurbish it. You know what? God's sort of in that same business. He can take some of us that are tattered up and beat up, need some attention, and God can restore your life. So just want to encourage you with that. Let God work on your heart. He knows all the little problems that you have too, and getting in God's word and his prayer and letting him have your heart, he'll start to mend it and put it back. So wishing you guys a great day. Enjoy it. God bless.